Alright, thanks for tuning in to Leading Forecast, and happy Easter to everybody. And tell you what, middle section of the country not going to have a very pretty Easter today. It's going to be very rainy. You can see quite a bit of rain out across the middle sections of the country here. Some showers and thunderstorms going on. We're going to see more thunderstorms erupt as we get into the afternoon hours across some of these same portions here. Let's get on over. This is the current satellite map, and you can see all this cloudiness here out across the central portions of the country. So a lot of cloudy skies here for Easter. But the places that are clearing out down to the south, especially down here through Texas, that are going to clear out, we're going to have a little bit more of an enhanced risk of severe weather today, and we'll talk about that here. Right now, the main risk, as of right now, flooding. You can see a lot of flooding going on out across the Ohio River, down across Arkansas into northeastern Oklahoma, Missouri, places like that. A lot of flooding going on, and with the rain coming in today, it's only going to exacerbate the flooding there across those areas. Going on over, slight risk of severe storms extends all the way from the east coast all the way down to the Texas-Mexico border here. And you can see that slight risk of severe weather. And tornado risk today, pretty minimal. Southern Illinois all the way down through the central Texas, the Dallas area here. I think your better risk of tornadoes is probably going to be down across Texas today, this afternoon, where it looks like we may have the potential for some supercells to get going. We'll just have to wait and see. And in fact, this next slide, that's what I was going to show you, is the couple supercells that the HRR is forecasting here. And we'll go up here, and you can see down here across central Texas, a couple supercells pop up later this afternoon. Actually, maybe a few supercells, and that's where I think we're going to see the majority of our activity this afternoon will be down there. Going on over tomorrow's outlook, moderate risk already issued down across Arkansas and Missouri here. And potential for damaging winds, large hail, probably some strong tornadoes, and then the slight risk extending all the way up, all the way from Texas all the way up into Indiana here as we get into tomorrow afternoon, mainly for damaging winds and some hail. And then as we get into Tuesday, day 3, all the way from the Great Lakes down across the deep south here for a slight risk area. Again, damaging winds, large hail, and some tornadoes going to be possible that day. And probably the best area for storms that day is going to be down across this area here. We'll have to wait and see how that works out. But, potentially another significant multi-day outbreak coming up. And it seems like those significant outbreaks come in waves where they're day after day after day after day. And they start in Oklahoma and run off to the East Coast here. And so, we'll just have to, see how that turns out. And the day 4 outlook will probably actually end up being, if I'm right, something more like this here. And include a little bit more of the United States here, and then that'll finally march off the coast here, as we don't have a day 5 outlook. Getting on over, this is by the time we get into tomorrow, 500 millibar winds. You can see trough coming in the mid portions of the country here. Trying to go to almost a negative tilt here, but we're staying pretty neutral with the 500 millibar trough tomorrow. But then as we get into Tuesday, here's your cutoff low sitting up here. Here comes your next trough running in around it, and your next big system. And then as we get into Wednesday, here you go. Here's your big trough digging in now. And Wednesday is going to be an interesting day with all this, with all the energy coming around this. You can see the stretching of the winds in here. All the energy coming around this. Wednesday looks to be a pretty prominent day as far as severe weather. Not discounting tomorrow or Tuesday by any means, but you just get so much upward motion. With here's your diffluent flow here, and you can get so much upward motion out through here. It'll be a very interesting day. Here we go as we get into later this afternoon. You can see thunderstorms developing along this front that's meandering through here, and thunderstorms develop all the way back into this area. And like I said, I really think down here across the Dallas, maybe west of Dallas, is going to be the prominent area as we get into later on this afternoon. So get into tomorrow. Here's your little low that's forming out across Missouri. Warm front up across Indiana. You got a front dragging down here across Texas and Oklahoma, and thunderstorms develop out in that warm sector, not only along the warm front, but also down along the dry line cold front. Then as we get into Tuesday, here's your low sitting up here. And then here comes your cold front dragging down here, and your warm front up here. Thunderstorms developing maybe all the way up to the Canadian-U.S. border, and then you got more thunderstorms developing down here across the from Indiana all the way down to the deep south here with that system. And then as we get into late Wednesday, here's your low. This is what I was talking about. A lot of upward motion. Here comes your low dragging through here. You got a warm front extending up here, a cold front down through here, or actually it's going to be low here, warm front up here, and then your cold front kind of bowing down through here, and thunderstorms developing along both areas here, staying pretty close to the main source, and you get severe weather breaking out, all the way from potentially all the way from New York all the way down to the Gulf Coast here. So, quite a few events going in as we get into the next week here. We're really, really, really active as far as severe weather goes, and we're going to continue to be active probably until May, or at least mid to late May. And more stuff coming up, and it looks like with the latest models, it shifts stuff north, and we'll have to wait and see. A lot of stuff coming up, a lot of different things going to go on with the weather. Anyways, that's all I have for now. Have a happy Easter. I'm Swift Lead Forecaster Joseph Cooper. You could view this on SwiftChaseTeam.com or the dailyforecast.net. Have a great one.